being said, if you have any questions, please raise your hand using the reactions tab at the bottom. And Gabriel, if you can go ahead and get us started. Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Abraham?
Yeah, loud and clear, mate.
Just checking. Thank you for the time. I imagine being part of the first of anything is a very exciting experience. Have you enjoyed this opportunity getting to be part of the first official PFL Africa event?
Yeah, I've been very excited, but I'll be honest, I'm spending most of my time in my room. I just want to punch this kid's head off. That's about as simple as that, mate. I just want to punch this kid's head off. I keep thinking it's Friday. I'm unaware of the days at the moment. I'm just too excited for this, mate.
Thank you.
Mike.
When you sound so locked in and focused, can you talk about the statement that you're looking to make this weekend?
It's not really a statement. It's proving myself right, like I always do. Last year, my mum died. I had a son. I lost in Saudi split decision where some people thought I won, but so be it. It is what it is. I always pick myself up. And if you can't pick yourself up as a man, then who are you? So I show myself that I am the one and only. And that is a big statement itself.
Marty.
Yes, AB Marty here from King's Court MMA.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Obviously, big opportunity for yourself here. We see you grinding in the gym back home in Manchester with Maxwell. Obviously, you're both in this tournament. How important and how is it that you're both training together, yet fighting and could potentially meet each other in the finals?
Listen, me and Maxwell have been punching each other's heads off for years. You know what I mean? That doesn't really mean anything. What we could do it for cash. I'll do that any day. That doesn't mean anything to me. Means a lot. Means a lot for me to have this opportunity and prove myself right as always.
That's the skill.
All right. Any more questions on Zoom before we hand it back over to Daniel for some live media questions? Okay, very good. Daniel, it's all you.
Perfect. Okay, everyone, questions from the floor now. We are done with Zoom, so now you are able to ask him some questions. Same format as always.
Yes, brother.
C'est votre premier combat sous le couleur ivoirienne en Afrique. Que ressentez-vous à l'approche de votre combat?
Just stand and bang. Everyone knows what I'm about. But to be honest with you, I've barely shown anything. I got signed to PFL at 1-0. I've had no regional scenes. I haven't had the chance to have sambo, karate, boxing. I'm still fresh in this game, and I'm only 29. I'm barely in my prime. So for me, it's about showing what else I've got in my game, and I can't wait to show it.
Any other questions here? Que savez-vous de votre adversaire, Vadidine Mektoui?
Well, I'm not fighting Badder no more. He pulled out. He said he's got a sore shoulder, a sore chest, or whatever it is. I fought on PFL for my first fight when I had an MCL tear 2 weeks out, and I still fought. So I'm now fighting Paul Garzier. I couldn't give a damn about him either. He'll know very soon. I've watched his fight. I know he's a serious man. I know he's coming to fight, but I'll punch his head off too, so I don't really care.
Vous venez en tant que champion PFL d'Europe 2024. Est-ce que cette ceinture vous donne un avantage psychologique?
Yeah, it gives me a big advantage. Big advantage. Like I said, all I've been fighting is undefeated fighters at 1-0. 1-0. How many people get signed to a big organization at 1-0 and they're still proving themselves right? I had a split decision against an Olympic wrestler in 2016. Slim fought in the Olympics. In 2016, I was still on the block chasing grown men down the street. So we're talking about two different men here, and look what I'm doing already. my last fight against Rodrigo, top 15 in the UFC, who had one of the hardest fights. In fact, he had a harder fight against me than his last fight that he just had against another dominant Russian fighter. I'm already showing what I'm about, and there's still a lot more room to improve. So I just can't wait to show what I'm about.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes. So other questions from the floor?
Yes, brother.
Sumiko, it's IOL News from Zanzibar, mate. Welcome to Cape Town.
Thank you, my man.
I'm really sorry about your mom.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, you started your career on a high note of 5 wins
Yeah.
and 2, and I want to just ask you, and no disrespect, sir, did that play a big part also in your mindset? And what, I mean, to get you into the fight game, I mean, for some to lose your mother, I mean,
Of course it played a role. You know, there's people that lose their parents and they completely fall off track. For me, I still had to fight and show what I was about. You know, I'm talking about an Olympic wrestler who shot me 10 times and only got 2. You know, that says enough. I'm still young, man. 29 and fresh. Barely took any damage in the game. You know, a lot of these guys are stiff and slow and they're going to feel it on Saturday.
let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Your name is the one and only. I believe your boss is across the road at the one and only. Don't you think so?
Listen, the truth is, people always ask me, why are you called the one and only? So I had 2 twin brothers who got caught up in the civil war in Ivory Coast and died. And my parents were trying to get a kid and they couldn't. And eventually I was the only one. So that's why I call myself the one and only.
We can wrap it up. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. We have Costello and Steenis up now. It's going to be the same format. We're going to start on Zoom, and then once we are done with the Zoom portion, we're going to throw to the floor. So we're going to run until about 14 minutes. So that gives us until 20 past. Okay, Tony, you good to go on Zoom?
Thank you. Hi, Costello. All right, let's go ahead and get kicked off with Luis Rodriguez, please.
Hi guys, Luis Rodríguez from Mundo Deportivo. Hola Costello. La realidad, ¿qué tal? La realidad es que enfrenta una de las peleas más importantes de la historia de MMA en España. ¿Cómo afrontas tú el hecho de que, oye, puedes ser el segundo campeón mundial de MMA de la historia de nuestro país?
Vamos a ser el segundo campeón de España. Vamos a traer el título a España, vamos a hacer historia y aquí solo es cuestión de tiempo. Quedan 2 días, tocar peso y el sábado otro mundial en nuestro país.
Gracias, Costello.
Shady.
Morning, Shady Pshay, MMA Dungeon. Leading up to this fight, Johnny has continuously stated that he's on another level, and no other fighter he's previously fought has been able to defeat him like you're going to attempt this week. Despite you having a significant higher finish rate, and you also taken a 0 from Fabian Edwards, would you say that Eblen is playing the talking game, or do you think he's genuinely looking past you?
To be honest, I don't hope he's looking past me. I want the best version of Eblen, and to be honest, I don't think he's looking past me. So I think we're gonna see one of the best versions of Eblen himself. And yeah, he has beaten 16 people that came in confident, but them 16 people is not me. I'm number 17, and it's gonna be 16-1 for him.
Wonderful. You also told my buddies at Cage-Side Press last week that you've put on some additional weight in the lead up to this fight. So without revealing too much of the game plan, what was the idea behind doing so? Was it like intentional muscle mass, or is it just where your weight landed in comparison to the last fight?
Nah, I just made a little mistake. I've been drinking a lot of cow milk the couple of weeks and months. I'm getting sponsored by this farmer, so I gained a little bit of muscle, but that's outside of the game plan.
I guess good reason. Good reason.
That's all I can say.
Best of luck.
Pedro.
Hi everyone, I'm Pedro de Pablos from Marca Newspaper. Hola Costello, ¿qué tal? Hace unos días tenemos una entrevista contigo en la que nos decías que PFL te había pedido un poco de magia para traer, si eras campeón, un evento de PFL a España. ¿Crees que una finalización ante
Así.
un gran campeón como es Eblen te podría abrir las puertas a que tu primera defensa como campeón de peso medio fuese aquí en España?
Mira, el 19 de julio le vamos a finalizar y con el título hacemos la magia de llevar PFL a España. Voy a hacer todo lo posible para conseguir ese. Es mi sueño también, llevarlo a PFL a España y hacer historia con eso.
Muchísimas gracias, Costello, y mucha suerte para la pelea.
Muchas gracias.
Jordy. Jordy, you're on mute, so sorry.
Yeah, now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, guys. Jordi este for OddSmokerMMA. ¿Qué tal, Costello? ¿Cómo estás, maestro? Nada, te
Pues
quería
muy bien,
preguntar.
ahora hablando contigo.
Sí, qué grande. Hemos hablado durante mucho tiempo de este combate y durante estas últimas semanas has estado recordando a todo el público que será una pelea sangrienta y violenta. Yo te quería preguntar por qué
Así.
crees que será así y por qué crees que es una de las claves para ganar este combate ante Johnny Eblen.
Porque a Johnny Eblen le gusta pelear para los puntos, no le gusta finalizar muy rápido, pero lo que sí que hace es entrar bastante torpemente para adentro y eso es cuando le vamos a abrir la cara y entre sus últimas peleas tiene mucha cicatriz y creo que también con sus sparrings ha tenido más y más cicatrices por la cara y se lo vamos a abrir por eso digo, va a ser una pelea bastante violentamente con bastante sangre y espero que sea así.
Muchas gracias, Costello.
Mike Pendleton.
Costello, when we talked recently, you said every good fighter has a weakness, and you're going to be Johnny Eblen's weakness. Can you just talk about that a little bit more, and then explain what it would mean to have that PFL title on you? Yeah, I know you're new to this company, but the significance of having this promotion's belt wrapped around your waist.
To have the PFL belt on my waist is everything. It's all these hard years of sacrifice, investments. It's all for this moment. All these wins, these losses I've had in life is for this exact moment. Made me the man who I am today, and I'm not gonna let this slip out of my hands. I'm I'm going. I'm coming all in for this. I'm ready to kill, and I'm ready to die for this moment.
Nil.
Aquí. ¿Qué tal, Costello? ¿Cómo estás aquí, Neil Jaime, para el Diario Sport? Te quería preguntar, Johnny las últimas, bueno, hace un par de semanas dijo que te iba a pasar por encima y que después encima iba a ir de vacaciones a tu país, refiriéndose a España. A raíz de estas declaraciones, te quería preguntar, ¿sientes que tanto por parte de Johnny como quizás del público general se te está infravalorando entrando a este combate? Y a raíz de esto también, si esto crees que juega a tu favor para este combate.
Nah, él está muy seguro de que él va a ganar. Yo voy a dar todo lo posible para ganar esta pelea en una manera bastante violentamente y que luego que disfruta lo que él quiera con su derrota en España. Así que pruebe la paella también, que seguramente que le va a gustar. ¿Qué más preguntaste? Es que se me fue.
No, sí que es que todo esto puede jugar, ¿no? Que la gente quizás te vea como demasiado underdog, quizás esto te quita un poquito de presión y pueda jugar a tu favor.
No, no, sí, en casi todas las peleas he sido underdog, muchas veces y al final del día acabo ganando y que la gente piense lo que piensa, a mí me da igual. Yo voy a hacer mi juego y voy a dar todo lo posible esa noche y nada de estrés por ahora. El estrés de toda la vida.
Gabriel.
Hey Costello, not to look too far ahead, but obviously the winner of this fight would probably be lined up to take on the winner of the final between Fabian Edwards and Dalton Rosta. What do you think of that matchup and how that one plays out?
I'm not really focused on that. I'm just focused on myself and Johnny Eblen for this week. But if I need to make a prediction out of that fight, I'd say Fabian would win this on split decision or on decision. So then, if I had to make another prediction of this, it would be Van Steenis against Fabian Edwards, round 2, end of the year.
Thank you.
Marty.
Hi, Costello. A couple of weeks ago, you were in Brussels cornering your brother, Gino, obviously for his European tournament debut. What will a win for you here on Saturday and a win for him in the European tournament finals mean to the Steenis name?
Yeah, everything. I mean, that would be beautiful. I mean, for me, it's a dream that I'm here now. I'm getting the chance to fight for the PFL middleweight crown, and my brother's going to go into the semifinals after his fight, and I mean, upcoming September, and then we're going to see him watch the finals for the lightweight tournament, and hopefully, my brother and I can make a fight in Spain, both of us on the same card, make history again. How good would that be? That'll be just beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel, over to you.
Perfect. Questions from the floor. We have 5 minutes until 20 past. Anyone want to? Well, Julian can.
Costello, Julian Kivitz, IOL News, and Zanzibar. Welcome to Cape Town.
Thank you very much.
Just that say, name, I think you're gonna have a very big fan base because Costello is a very popular drinking brand.
Is it? Get the drinks out after the fight, guys. Show me how that tastes like. Let's go. We got something to celebrate.
You've seen the weaknesses in this game, but have you taken into consideration also the man has been in the market 5 rounds? Also, people do get a bit fatigued. Also, just tell us in terms of preparation. Also, how you going to plan for him and where do you see those loopholes, those options?
Those loop. I'd say this guy likes to like you said before. He fights his fights. He's smart. He doesn't waste his energy. Lately, he's been gassing out a little bit. I don't believe he'll gas out this time. But we're just going to come in with full violence. Just from round 1 to round 5, we're just going to finish. I want to get that finish. I don't want to win on points. Of course, I'll be happy if I win on points, but that's not. I want to finish. I want to finish. I want to give that entertainment. I want to give that violence to the people. Not only to the people, but only for myself. I've been preparing myself to kill a guy for this camp. And this is exactly what we're going for.
And then just talk us through your thoughts. So I had a chance to.
For Cape Town, man. I'm coming on a holiday. Exactly, man. And I love the fact that we understand each other when we speak, because Dutch and Africans like nearly the same. So I'm like speaking with all the African people, and I'm like, yeah, I speak African. Like, yeah, man, welcome, dankjewel. This is a beautiful country. It's definitely worth to come here just on holiday. Wow, that's the one. That's the one I need. Yes, sir.
Final question.
I have one for you. Mr. Costello, welcome to Africa.
Thank you so much, sir.
Just looking at you, it looks like you have a lot of heritage behind you. You don't look like just a pure Spanish man. So what's the heritage? I mean, you look Asian.
I'm a mixed dog. I got a bit of power of everything. I've got a Filipino blood in me. My mom is from the Philippines, but her grandparents are from Spain, like Spanish blood. So my dad is from Holland. But my grandma from his side is from Indonesia. So I think I've got a little bit of everything, man. Probably something of South Africa as well, because I'm loving this place, you know. Hey, I'd love it. I'll be definitely down for that, bro.
Champions come from Africa.
Yeah. Amen to that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. We're going to move straight now to McKee. McKee, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the show.
So they're going to start on Zoom, and then once the Zoom done, we're going to throw 2 questions in the room. Okay. 15 minutes, and we're going to be good to go. Okay, so everyone, we've got McKee with us. We're going to, same thing, start on Zoom. When we're ready with the Zoom, then that's done. We're going to come over to the floor. So, Tony, over to your side.
All right. Hi, AJ. Okay. Like I said, guys, if you have questions, please raise your hands at the bottom using the reactions tab. Mike, go ahead and get us started, please.
AJ, when we recently spoke, you said this was going to be your resurrection in this division. what does that resurrection look like to you?
I'd say just coming back to 145-pound division and showing everyone again who the best in the world is in the division.
Gabriel.
What's up, AJ? Good to see you. Going back to 45, I know you had talked about it being a possibility, but one, what made this the time to do it? And then two, how has the process been going back after now, a little older and more mature, and you've been at 55 for a minute?
I think now it's honestly a bit easier going back down to 45. When I was younger, I didn't really diet properly. You're just young and a little reckless, so you do wild things. But being a bit older now, um, I would say it's not as hard. And reason being, I was a fight away from the title at 55. Lost a split decision. I wasn't healthy, hadn't been healthy. I had shoulder surgery right before the fight. And yeah, I just figure what better time, I'm healthy and I want to reclaim being the best in the world. So at 145 pounds, I've always felt and always been the best in the world. Um, so yeah, that's just where my mindset is. Go back and show everyone once again.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Kayla here with the Cage Walk podcast. I saw one of the videos that you have your son and father with you. What is it like having them here with an experience like this?
I don't have kids. That's my little brother. He's just
Oh,
always with me. Yeah, and then my little sister as well. No kids for me. I need a wife first. But it's awesome having him here, especially the little bro. He's what, 8 years old. Kid's already doing flying arm bars, triangles, and the most. So he's the next third generation coming up, the last name McKee. So it's cool for him to kind of experience it young like I did as well. It's kind of just built into us, into our lifestyle. Even though he's on summer vacation, he's at fights, he's in the gym training with us, he's helping me cut weight. So he's real hands-on and he gets to see everything firsthand.
that's awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Shady, go
Hey,
ahead.
AJ. Hey, AJ, Shady Shay with MA Dungeon. Your opponent's only loss comes as a result of an overturned decision due to a failed drug test. While it was back in 2019, I'd imagine this is something that every athlete thinks about at least once when mentally preparing for their opponent. So is this something that you have concerns for or you factor in at all?
Nah, I don't. At 145 pounds, I don't care who it is. In my mind, I'm still undefeated at 145 pounds. So, um, I feel I just took my first loss, but like I said, it's the bounce back. There were things leading into the fight where I probably shouldn't have fought. Doctor told me not to fight, but at the end of the day, I'm a warrior. I'm gonna go in there and do what I got to do to provide for my family. So, um, yeah, uh, at him losing to Corrales, he's taken some time off. It's been about what, 2 years since he's fought. Um, yeah, I'm sure he's gotten a bit better and he's learned a few things, but uh, I don't know. When it comes to me and fighting, styles make fights, and I just feel I'm a bad matchup for anyone, any style.
Best of luck, AJ.
Thank you.
Pedro.
Hi, AJ. I'm Pedro de Pablos from Marca, Spanish newspaper. You come from a loss, as you said, like a very close fight against Hughes. Now you come back to another division that you were champion some time ago. Do you feel like a win this weekend can make you have like another title fight, next fight for you if you win this one?
Um, yeah, I'm not really sure, that's all I really do is try to chase titles, you know what I mean? That's a piece of memorabilia I can hang up in my wall, show my kids one day. So, um, I know at the 155-pound division, I'd have to win a couple fights and then try to get back to Usman. Hopefully, I want to fight Hughes again, but that's irrelevant. So, yeah, I think everything happens the way that it's supposed to, the way that it needs, and the return for 145 pounds was I've always said it. I'm really not a 55 pounder. Everyone knows I'm a 45 pounder. So I was just having fun, man. I was eating blueberry banana pancakes and chicken parms every day, like literally every day. And going back to 145 pounds, I'm just meaner, hungrier, and that's where my advantage is. I'm the bigger man there versus at 155 pounds, we're all the same size.
Thank you so much, and good luck for the fight.
Thank you.
All right, that's all on all good for Zoom. Back over to you, Daniel.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So we've got about 5-6 minutes with AJ. If you have any questions, we can just start shooting to.
AJ, just again, Julian it's IOL News in Zanzibar. Welcome to South Africa, sir. Highly respected athlete and well celebrated. I'm not even sure if you know, we have a big fan base here in Cape Town. So just tell us how excited are you to be performing in front of a lot of, I think you'll be surprised how many fans are in South Africa.
I think it's awesome to be here in South Africa. One, just having a lineage of my family coming from Africa. So we've talked about it for many years, coming to Africa and just taking the family, getting to experience it. So being able to come here and have business and have fans here already, it's phenomenal. It's awesome to be embraced by the people, embraced by the culture, and to be able to showcase my skill set at the same time.
Chi from Chichi's Comeback Corner. The same way that you're talking about, like, the South African community, embracing, and the African community at large, embracing you. You seem to also have embraced the South African culture. Yesterday at the face-offs, you pulled up in Zulu traditional attire. So what informed that decision? And do you feel like this is probably the most dangerous version of you that we've ever seen? Yeah.
It's just something I do wherever I go. I like to kind of associate myself with the people because as human beings, it's something we can all share, the trials and tribulations of life, no matter what continent, where you are in life. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a part of my history, my culture as well. My family comes from Ghana, so I have Ghana blood in me. I have Lebanese blood in me. I have Russian blood in me. So I'm a little bit of everywhere, and I've gotten to travel everywhere to where my bloodlines come from. So yeah, it's just something I can kind of correlate and show that I'm aware of where I am and who I am. So yeah, it's just awesome to kind of touch that background.
Eden.
Hi, AJ. Welcome to South Africa. Alex, what inspired the nickname, the mercenary?
The nickname, the mercenary. Honestly, it was kind of like a family sit down, and we were all just trying to go over names, and we kept throwing names out there, and we couldn't come up with anything. And I love guns as well. I'm a big Second Amendment rights. Like I love them. I love the bear arms. So if I wasn't fighting, I'd definitely be in the military, fighting for my country of some sort, doing something to help provide either for my family or my people. So yeah, the mercenary, man. I'm the mercenary in the fight game. I signed that contract and I'm going to deliver that hit.
If we don't have any other questions, we got maybe 1 minute left because Corey is in the room with us. And then we can go on to the question.
Which is one more thing. You had the Zulu tie on yesterday, but before you go home, you need to get the Khoisan attire also because you're staying in Cape Town. This is indigenous to the Khoi and the San people. So please, and if you need a hookup, let me know.
Yeah, let me know. I'm down. I'm down. Definitely love to take that back home. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Corey, if you could join us. So everyone, we're moving on to Corey Anderson now. Corey, we'll start on the Zoom section. They'll ask you some questions, and then when we're done with the Zoom, we're going to throw over to the media in the room with us. So, Tony, we good to go with you?
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Corey. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Mike again.
Corey, you're a longtime veteran of the sport. Obviously, PFL is branching out and doing, great things. Obviously, the launch of PFL Africa. Can you talk about the significance of being on an event like this?
I mean, now that you're here, it's more in perspective. But when you're at home, I didn't think so much about
the significance and the history and the road it's going to lay out for other fighters here. But now they're here and you see it's like this is the first time there's been a big event in Africa, in Cape Town, especially. There's the first time PFL has been here. Um, and just for me, being an African American, I talk to different locals and some of the people in the hotel, and just you hear the history of from the slave talk to the tribal talk and different things like that. And to be, like I said, an African American and lay my roots here, or to fight here where the roots were laid, and make a statement would be huge, because when they look back in history, my name will always be etched in that book.
Gabriel.
Hey Corey, you did an interview with MMA Fighting. You spoke very glowingly about your friendship with Ben Askren and what he's meant to you. Obviously, we just saw his video update and we felt very good about that. I just wanted a chance to ask you, just like as his longtime friend, what's it like seeing that he's now on that road to recovery from everything he went through medically?
Oh, it's great. It's a blessing. I mean, like I say, we pray on it. You pray on it. Me and the wife pray on it. I talked to the wife before I came down here. I guess she talked to his wife, and they still in the hospital, and they still recovering and going through things. But it's still a long uphill battle before he's out and completely fine. But the aspect of seeing Ben talking and breathing again on his own without a machine pumping him, and him interacting with people. He's sending out text messages now. He's reposting posts. He's actually doing posts himself, talking on the camera. For that, it kind of brings a tear to your eye, because at one point you kind of at that low point thinking the guy that kind of helped you find the life you have and gave you the career in the family, or helped you find a career in the family, is almost no longer existent, and then you're in a point where we live about 10 hours away. Well, 16 when I'm in fight camp, 4 hours I'm actually back home where I live, and I haven't been home to see him in a while. And it's one of those moments, it's like you want to see that person and give them their flowers before it's too late. And I know right now I already talked to the family. When this fight is over, we're gonna get back and make sure I make it to his house some way, somehow, and go see him and just tell him exactly how much he really means to me. Show him how thankful I am before, who knows, anything can happen with his new lungs or anything can happen in life. And he's going. I'm not be able to tell him that.
Thank you.
Shady.
Hi, Corey, Shade of Shay from MMA Dungeon. I always enjoy speaking with fighters who draw strength from their faith. And as I once told Phil Davis, I believe that faith is the best base in MMA. Can you talk about how your Christian beliefs influence your mindset and preparation, both in life and in the cage?
Man, my Christian beliefs is everything. I mean, that's who I am. Like everything. When it was the first year, or when PFL first bought belts, so nobody knew what was going on, and my wife kept asking me, "What's the plan?" I said, "I don't have a plan. We're gonna let God. It's God's plan. We're just gonna sit here and just wait. We're gonna wait it out. We're not gonna call nobody. We're gonna not gonna throw no fit. We're not gonna start being all angry on social media. God's in control. He's got the plan. Whatever He wants to be done, His will be done. Whether we fight or we retire, we're just gonna wait for Him to tell us." After a year later, when we still hadn't fought, and the wife was still, "You still haven't said anything. What we're gonna do? What we're gonna do?" I said, "Hey, God's got a plan. We're gonna wait and see. Eventually, the phone's gonna ring, or we're gonna get a doctor visit or something that's gonna say your body is no longer able to fight and it's time to retire. Whatever it is, we just can't fret over it. Just let God handle. Let God handle what He's gonna handle, and that's it." And then for fighting, it's the same thing. Like when I pray before the fight. I pray when I go to bed. I pray in the morning. I've never once prayed for a victory. I pray for the Lord's will to be done, that He blessed me with the health and the wellness to go out there and see things and hear things my coaches are saying, and that me and my opponent both make it home safely to our family. Thank God so far in every fight, everybody's made it home safely. We've had losses, we've had lots of wins. At the end of the day, I've never thrown a fit, I've never fret, I've never been mad, I've never been upset, because at the end of the day, it must have been God's plan. There's a reason why I didn't win today, and that's just either to make me stronger, or it just wasn't my time to be at that pinnacle. Like when I lost $1 million fight with Nemkov, everybody was saying, "How can you not be so angry? How can I be mad at God? My arm's too short to box with God. I can fight with Him all day long, but He's gonna win every time." So it just wasn't my time to win it just yet. The belt wasn't supposed to be mine that night, and I finally got it eventually. It was His time then.
That's an incredible mindset. Best of luck, Corey.
Thank you.
Marty.
Hey Corey, we're normally used to seeing you obviously fighting in the light heavyweight division. Obviously, this one's a heavyweight, and we know Goltsov is well, he's the current heavyweight champion, obviously in PFL. How is that transition to the heavyweight division being for yourself, and do you think your power can correlate in that division also?
That's the thing people don't realize. I actually started fighting at heavyweight. You know, my first time ever going 205 was for the Ultimate Fighter because the opportunity was there and I had to cut the weight, but I did it. And I wrestled from heavyweight my freshman year in high school to my senior year in college. I took second in the country in NCAA's at heavyweight. I was qualified for the Junior Olympics at heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight wrestling coach. So every day when I'm in the room, I'm wrestling with guys 240 to 285. I move big bodies daily. Only transition I had to do was find heavyweights to come into camp more consistently. Instead of having 205 and 85 sparring partners and training partners, most of the guys I was working with were 260 to 285, big heavyweight guys, and then sparring with guys 230 to 240, and sometimes a 220, 205, and finding tall guys, long guys. As for reach, that wasn't a big thing because my reach is just as long as him, maybe a half inch shorter, they say. I think it's actually longer. But finding guys that were 6'5", so I had to punch up instead of punching down or punching at eye level. Getting used to punching up, punching to the chest, working to the body. The transition wasn't hard. It was just finding new bodies and doing the same thing I do with the smaller guys or the bigger guy. And that it consisted of just getting used to moving 280 to 240 pounds every day for 8, 9, 10 weeks, however long we was training, until the body wasn't no longer tired and sore, to where I can still push that pace that Corey Anderson pushed 5 rounds and not get tired. And even better, this is a 3-round fight. So I should be able to do it no problem.
Let's go.
Frazier.
Hi, Corey. You kind of alluded to it there. Obviously, you feel comfortable at heavyweight, but let's say that you get the win at the weekend. Do you play the bad guy? Do you call out Francis Ngannou?
I mean, Francis is still here. I mean, I'm actually friends with Francis, but I haven't seen anything talking about Francis in the PFL. We've seen his coach say about the chance of him possibly going back to UFC. So it's kind of one of them things you don't want to go out there and just start throwing out names that can't happen. I haven't heard anything say about whoever wins this fight can go to Ngannou. The fight I'm more interested in is getting that trilogy with Nemkov. We've all seen that had happened, but when they booked the trilogy at heavyweight, he made an excuse and said he needed more time. I was too tough of an opponent. He wanted an easier fight. So I'd actually be more interested in getting that fight for Nemkov to sell that trilogy and going for Ngannou for the bag.
Thanks, Corey. Best of luck at the weekend.
Thank you.
All right, last question on Zoom. Eduardo.
Hey, Corey, I'm with TV10. So the majority of our audience is in Springfield, a place where you grew up and started training. I just wanted to ask, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about your early days when you were training out here?
Home, man. I mean, you got Bobby Brents, Justin Jacoby, Josh Stewart, Louis DeWard, the guys that pretty much, even Matt Fiore, the short time he was there, those are the guys that took me in. When I was just some kid coaching college wrestling, hadn't fought yet, looking for a home, Mark Fiore came down and brought this kid Eddie Smash Machine to my college to come wrestle for me, and I asked him in turn, "Can I come down to train?" He said, "Yeah, practice tomorrow." I went down, and even Mark Fiore said it then, like, "Bro, you're good enough in the first 3 fights. You can be in the UFC. You can be in the big show somewhere." And then we did that. Bobby Brinson, those guys took over, and they said, like, when I went to Ultimate Fighter, they told me, "Don't come here no more. After you're going to show, do not come home. Like, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You're going to go with Frankie Edgar and legends in this sport. You're going to learn something we can never give you. Once you get there, do not come back to Springfield." And I did exactly that. I still stay in touch with those guys. I talk to those guys. I invite those guys up to Indiana when I do the barbecues and stuff in the summer. Those guys are family. That's home. Those guys taught me everything I know, and which led me to New Jersey to meet Frankie Edgar and Mark Henry and Nick Catone or Ricardo Almeida, who made me the world champion I am today. So just kind of like Ben Askren and the fact that they were a part of my life career and my timeline, they just weren't as big of an impact as for meeting my family and the kids and everything. But those guys in Springfield, that's where it all began.
Thank
you. All right. Thank you guys so much. Over to you, Daniel.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we've got about 5 minutes, for questions. So, do you want to start and we'll come to you?
Hi, Corey. Julian Felix, IOL News from Zanzibar. Welcome to South Africa, sir. I think it was 12 years ago we stopped Steve Flanagan at heavyweight, I believe that's not the last time you fought heavyweight. I mean, do you ever think that with return to heavyweight in Africa, I mean, I believe you touched on some of these things with other questions, but just the significance of that such a long time ago, and then you're used to taking Cape Town back at heavyweight.
I mean, 12 years ago when I stopped Steve, and then that was in Indiana, I believe. Indiana, Oklahoma, one or two. I actually thought I was going to go on to be the big shot at heavyweight at that time, to be honest. I plan on staying at heavyweight and I'm dominating these guys. I'm so much faster, so much quicker, and just as strong. Why not stay there? And then, 2-3 weeks later, I got another fight, short notice. The guy, 205, got hurt and said, "Can you make a catch weight at 220?" And after I did that, they still gave me the 205 belt, and that's when the Ultimate Fighter opportunity came. And I made the weight. First time ever making weight was for my first fight. I had never cut weight ever, so that was kind of weird. And now that we're here, it's kind of like one of the guys I train with strength and conditioning with back home when I'm not in camp is my college teammate. He said, like, bro, I've always said you should stay heavyweight. So I didn't expect myself to come back to heavyweight. And I mean, in a way, I wanted to be a 2-belt champ, but at the same time, it was just like I would do it, but it's not like anything I'm looking forward to. But when they called me with the opportunity, like it didn't take like 10 seconds. I was like, yeah. My manager's like, it's heavyweight, right? Like, I don't care. Like, let's go. I'm a big body. I walk around 240. Let's get it. I'm just gonna lift, eat, and just train. Let's go. I'm ready. So here we are. I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to see the kind of performance I can put on with not having a weight cut and have to worry about my brain recover from the weight cut, the hydration protocols, and all that. So yeah, I look forward to seeing. And who knows, this could be even better than before.
I call him Renaissance DSP. You've been in the UFC before. You were on Bellator prior to the acquisition. Is there anything about being under the PFL that's unique unless the experiences you had earlier in the
I can't really say for sure because I haven't been here long enough. I feel like the championship series I won the belt was operated through Bellator, but at that time it was still a lot of Bellator faces. The same people that I was in Bellator I usually dealt with were still with us. Now when it's just strictly PFL, a lot of those faces are gone. So this is my first event really dealing with those guys. It's my first time really talking and meeting the new faces, the new marketing team, the new PR people, even people like everybody in the room is new faces, new scenarios for me. So it's kind of like just dipping my toes in the water right now, getting the feel for it before I kind of really open myself up and communicate more with people to where we know on a personal level. I got to feel you out. Just like a fight. You go out and you feel it out. You feel it out before you go. Right now, I'm at that feel out phase with the PFL. So far, so good. Have no complaints. So hopefully it continues to go that way and gets better.
We've got time probably for one quick 2-minute question. Chichi.
Chichi's name. Yeah, Corey, so your opponent on Saturday is one of the most experienced in the game, and you sounded very confident about what could happen should you get the win. So how do you plan on countering his experience so that you actually do walk away with the win?
Same way I've counted all the guys I fought with experience. I've always been out experienced since I got in this game. I came in the game. But people don't realize I had 3 fights when I went into the Ultimate Fighter. And those guys had 20, 30 fights. I went into UFC. I fought Shogun Hua on my 8th fight when he had 30. You know what I mean? The thing is, just go out there and you just put that behind you. Experience don't mean nothing if you believe in yourself. You put the work in every day in the room. You don't have to doubt and worry about what this guy can do. I tell my athletes that. I tell the lower level fighters I work with. Like when you work hard every day in camp, you don't worry about what somebody else can do. You know what you can do, and you're capable of that. You believe in that. But when you start worrying about yourself and you worry, did I do enough? That means you ain't work hard enough. You might want to pull out that fight, or it's going to be a long night. I work hard every day. I've never worried about who I fight. You can have 100 fights. You can have 1 fight. I'm going to go out there and do what Corey Anderson does, and that's dominate. I don't care who you are.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Then next up, we have Juliet Uka from Nigeria. And just a heads up to our media, Juliet is going to be taking on Kaylee Demaya from South Africa. They're going to be opening up on Saturday. So get some questions in about fighting our very own fighter. Juliet, do you want to come? So Juliet, we're going to start with Zoom first. And then when Zoom's done, we're going to throw over to the floor. So you can just take a seat when you're ready, and then Tony will get going with Zoom. Tony, over to you.
Thanks, Daniel. Hi, Juliet. Good to see you. Let's go ahead and get started with Mike.
Hi, Juliet. Can you talk about the significance you feel of being on this card and, having PFL Africa launch and you being featured on this event?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Can you talk about the impact or the importance to you of being on this card and being part of the first PFL event here in Africa?
Okay. Yeah, it's quite a good experience for me because it's like a dream come true. You know, it's been something I've been working all my life and waiting for this time to happen. So I'm very, very much happy to be the first person in this card. And I believe it's going to be a good uh, platform for the younger ones coming up.
Gabriel.
Hello, Juliet. I want to ask, hello. Over the last several years, do you feel that the sport of MMA has grown in Africa in part of the impact of champions like Francis Ngannou, Adesanya, Dracus, and others?
Yes, of course, he has really grown in a very long way, especially in Africa. But mostly, I believe for the females, he has not grown so much because the female need also to come out to showcase their talent and also showcase who they are so that they can also have this opportunity which the guys also have.
Thank you.
Shady.
Hi, Juliet. Congratulations on being part of such a big event. Even though your opponent has had a much shorter trip than you, you're both, from the African area. But it does seem like she might be the hometown hero. Do you feel that way, or do you feel like you're also fighting on home turf despite her being, living a little closer to the venue?
Yeah, we are all Africans. For me, I don't think quite much difference. Difference is just she's in her hometown. It doesn't matter to me. What it matters to me is I win the audience when it's time.
Wonderful. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Anyone else on Zoom have questions for Juliet before we kick it over?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Marty.
Hi, Juliet, how far?
I'm fine.
Good. Juliet, obviously representing Nigeria there. You fought all over Africa. You fought in Nigeria itself, Congo, Cameroon, Johannesburg as well. How are you going to take from the experience in fighting in different environments to help you really keep calm and keep as really the dominant fighter on Saturday when you fight your opponent?
Yeah, it does. For me, I doesn't have a fear of my own because all my careers I've been making it outside of my country. So it's not a new thing for me. So I'm going to have the composure and everything. So what matters is what happens in the cage, not what happens outside the cage. So I'm ready for it.
All the best, Juliet.
All right, Daniel, back over to you.
Okay, we can throw it back to our media here. Does anyone want to kick off questions for Juliet?
Hey, Juliet, Chichi,
Chichi,
is my name. Yeah, so you earlier on you did mention that, like, for the people that are coming up and the kids that are coming up, and I know that you're very involved with that, right? So do you feel any sort of pressure with the fact that you are the fact that you're opening such a monumental card, or do you just feel like regardless of the result, you go out there and you do what you need to do, which is inspire those that are coming up?
Yeah, I think basically on all my careers, I've been a kind of a motivation to younger ones growing up. So it's quite a pressure, but I think it's just part of me because I'm used to being pressured about doing what I know best.
Juliet, I'll use some Zanzibar, right? Juliet, I wanted to know from you, some fighters don't like the limelight, the extras along the side, the media tours, and you did a roadshow with PFL also in Congo recently. Is that something that I know some fighters feel, but some fighters just want to get done with, even like the media, the interviews? What is your approach to regarding the hype around the PFL? Obviously, it's a big event, historic event also. I mean, just coming to this media day also, is it something that you enjoy, or do you like just focusing on the fight?
Yeah, I think the both side works for me because if I do not go to the media, how the world knows that there is a female in Africa. So I need to also let people understand that we have females in Africa who is also strong, trying to. So with media, everything is still the same. For me, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Julius, again, I think you have 5 decisions.
6.
6 decision wins. Is there sort of, I know you said you're used to the pressure also, but is there an extra motivation for you to get? I know Kaylee spoke about stopping you, she's bringing the full-on violence, the smiley savage violence. I know you said you can take a fight anyway when it comes to failure also. Do you feel like there's an extra drive in you to put on a spectacular show at Grandma's Casino on Saturday?
I don't think there is any special thing about it. The main special thing about the event is my focusness and also what happened in the cage. So whatever happened outside the cage is not my business. What is my business is what I am capable of doing. That's the most important thing.
Do we have any other questions for Juliet? If there is nothing, then we've got Dakota coming in at 4. So Juliet, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's a kind of
50 minutes. Oh, hopefully we're going to get in sooner than.
Okay.
What about? What's happening? Yeah, watchable. Yes. Right. Right now. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Doesn't exist. Yeah. I'm a good worker. I don't know. Yeah, they got both.
So international media, like they didn't get a chance to interview the African fighters. Like the
Even when somebody about walls about them, but probably right now, I might join force. I'm saying, it was beautiful. It shows how strong it is. I love that. I can say quite often. Yes.
Is that the fight with popping bottles? Is that the fight with popping bottles? Sending through the shut bottles.
Stick it over. That's
Yes. I'm still here. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's a normal guy. Yeah. He's pretty good at that. Yeah, that's really so. Not very like now. That's true. Yes, we don't also time. Just talk to me. If we don't, just like in the other whole region, in my questions, I don't like it. I don't like it. Every just as an access. From each one, depending sort of international. One of the international. There's no way it makes you was all pretty cool. So because get out and stuff like that. He's still out in the people like that. Thank you, sir. Again, I'm not fighting this weekend. The boys fighting me about. You were.
The keyword fighters. The keyword fighters. We always have the new course. How far is going to be from scars Crystal, yes,
Hi, Dakota.
Hi guys.
Come set up in front of the laptop. Okay, so Dakota, we're gonna take questions from Zoom first on the laptop, and then we're gonna, once they're done, we're gonna throw to our journalist chat. So we're gonna give you like 15, 20 minutes, and then
Okay.
good to go.
Do you need to hold the mic now? No.
No, it's just for us, yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi, Dakota.
Hey.
All right, we'll go ahead and get, excuse me, we'll go ahead and get started. Mike, go ahead and kick us off, please.
Dakota, I think it would be an understatement to say you're really the face of the PFL. How much significance do you carry within yourself to be on this first event in South Africa and just all that you're doing with the PFL?
Yeah, no, I feel really privileged for sure. I mean, outside of not just South Africa alone, but this sport has given me crazy opportunities. You know, I've traveled to quite a few different countries with PFL, and definitely a few states as well. So this is just like obviously another historic event for PFL, but kind of a big milestone for me in my career as well to be co-main event on such a big platform. So I count myself very lucky, you know, every fight I count myself lucky, but this one is amazing to be a part of for sure. Feels a little bit different.
Gabriel.
Hello, Dakota. Good to see you. Dakota, when you have all of the attention that you do, and obviously there's a lot of media obligations, obviously people do things like they already want to matchmake, the rest of your fights, coming up in the near future. What are some of the habits that you develop to stay focused and just kind of handle things one at a time so everything's more manageable?
Yeah, I think you said it yourself. I just take things one at a time. You know, I've done that my whole career. I've never looked like too far ahead. People always say like, what's your goals in like the next 5 years? Like, honestly, I haven't got a clue. Like, if you had asked me 3 years ago, was this your goal right now? I would have said no. So, like, I just take every day as it is. I just count myself very lucky to be having the opportunities that I do. And as for the media and stuff, like the team behind the scenes with PFL, like Eric looks after the fighters very, very well. You know, they don't work me too hard, which is nice. You know, they kind of keep in mind that we're all fighters, we're making weight, we don't necessarily want to be doing too much media. So they're a great team, and my fight week schedule has been very light this time, so I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you.
Fraser?
Hi, Dakota. Obviously, you fought 4 times last year and you haven't fought since. You're traditionally a quick starter. So do you see any sort of slight ring rust taking effect this weekend, or do you still hope for a quick start?
Guess we'll find out. What do you think, though?
I would like to see you start fast as usual, but I can't tell you for sure how you're going to perform. I'm sure you'll
100%.
perform amazingly, though, as per usual.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got a tough opponent in front of me, but like I said, once I get in that cage, there's just a switch that kind of happens, and I don't feel like any kind of ring rust is capable of stopping that. So, if there is, that's something that I'll have to work through when I get in there. But PFL are gonna cop for it if I do have ring rust.
Nice one, Dakota. Thanks, and best of luck at the weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Shady.
Hi, Dakota. Shady Bechet for MMA Dungeon. First of all, congratulations on the pink fight kit. I have a feeling this is going to become a trademark of yours going forward. When you and I
Can you
spoke,
believe they let me do it?
yeah, incredible,
Oh, God.
incredible. I was very
When
happy
it
to see
turned
that
up
for
to
you.
fight week and had a pink kit, I was like, what the hell?
Look at you,
So yeah, I'm super happy with that.
creating
Sorry,
history
go
every
on.
fight. Well, when you and I spoke at Dirty Boxing 2 in Miami, you mentioned that you didn't enter the 2024 PFL tournament because you had an expectation that they'd keep you active in other fights, and that didn't play out really. Assuming you come out of this fight as healthy as you usually do, are you hoping to make up for lost time with a quick turnaround? And have you requested that? Do you have any names? What's the schedule looking like now to kind of make up for that gap?
I wish I could answer that. Like, honestly, if I was to give you a straight answer, I'd probably be lying because I honestly don't have a clue. Like, definitely thought I would have thought this would have been my second, maybe even third fight this year, and it's my first. So I can't really answer that. I'd definitely be ready for a quick turnaround for sure. Like I said, I like to be very active in the cage. And I suppose there is a high possibility that I will be straight back in because the women's tournament will be, this season will be done. There'll be a winner of that, and then I'm sure I've got a few options for opponents after that. Obviously, everyone's tied up in that season right now, so we'll see what happens. But I will definitely be ready. I've been ready all year for a fight, so yeah.
That's wonderful. I hope they get you an opponent right away. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kayla.
Hey, Dakota, Kayla with the Cage Rock podcast. You've been able to go to so many different locations through PFL. I was curious how South Africa is compared to everywhere else where you fought.
My God, it's freezing here. It's so I feel like I'm back in the UK. And the worst thing about it, obviously, I live in Florida, so I don't have any big jackets. I literally just have like a few hoodies with me. I've been living in leggings. And you guys know, like, normally I turn up to fight week, I've got like a few cute outfits. This time I've been like, hell no, wake up in the morning, I've got my leggings, my tracksuit, my jumper on. I feel like I've worn the same thing every day. But I mean, Cape Town, like, that's if I weren't a fighter, I would be like, I'd love to holiday in Cape Town one day. Like, imagine going to South Africa. And the fact that I'm here now, fighting here, and then my family are going to be able to go off and do like a safari. Like, it's crazy that I get the opportunity to come here. So I'm very happy to be here, even though it's cold.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Dakota. Manchester's missing you.
Thank
After
you.
about
I love to hear chats.
obviously 9 months out, it must be very frustrating for yourself, but obviously co-headlining the Cape Town, the first inaugural PFL Africa event, seems like a reward for you. I don't know if you know the weight of the actual event in itself and how much MMA does mean to the African people. Are you going to take that into the fight and give the Africans a finish like they deserve?
Yeah, no, I definitely don't quite understand the way they do how much this means to them. But I mean, I've been out and done a seminar today to one of the gyms that was full of like some amazing women in there, and they were all super excited and just very thankful for the other African athlete that I did it with, and they were just very happy that she was putting South Africa or just Africa in general on the map. So I'm kind of getting the gist of how much it actually means to them. But I mean, that's the one thing I've always liked about PFL. I've come up through like PFL Europe and then to the main season, and like Europe was probably the most crucial and probably best experience I've ever had, because I feel like it PFL really captivated like a market that we miss. We see the amateurs or the top pros, but that middle bit we never get to showcase as much, and it's harder for people to stand out. So that's what I felt like Europe did really, really well over the last 2 years. And I feel like now I think this African PFL Africa will do the same thing. So I'm excited.
All the best.
Pedro.
Hi, Dakota. I wanted to ask you about your rival, Sumiko Inaba, because she's with 8 wins, 1 loss. She has 4 wins by KO, but now she's facing like maybe the best striker in the world right now. You have 14 wins, 12 by KO. Do you think her strategy will be strike with you, or do you think she's gonna try grappling or go to the ground instead of the 4 KOs she has?
Yeah, definitely an amazing striker as well. I think she will strike at first, but every opponent I fight will try to strike and then try and take me down when I hit them. So I know she's going to be diving for the legs not long into the fight for sure. But I do think she will try her best to strike with me. Yeah, and I feel like fair play to her, because 8-1 is not it's a very good record and she backs it up. So I'm excited. It's a really good matchup for me.
Thank you so much, and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Lewis.
Hi, Dakota. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you've settled in. I'm really excited to see you back in there this weekend. I just wanted to ask you, you spoke a little bit about, leading up to this fight, about staying undefeated and how that's something that you actively think about. Obviously, you'll be 15-0 if you go out there and get the win this weekend, and you spoke about trying to, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Khabib Nurmagomedov, Floyd Mayweather, the kind of goats in the sport who stayed undefeated their entire career with impeccable records. Are those kind of names, do you look up to those kind of names? Do you use them? Do you use their careers as inspiration, as motivation for your own career? Because that seems like something you want to do, is just to pursue that unbeaten record.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably said it a few times in interviews, but like people say, oh, everyone's going to lose once in their life. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I lost in my Thai boxing career. But like, I don't have that mindset of like, oh, I'm going to lose at some point. There's always someone better. Like, why? I don't understand people that have that kind of mindset. Like for me, when you enter a competition, if there was a first, second, and third place, you're all going for first. There is no second. Like, why are you satisfied with second or third place? For me, there's a first place, and then everyone else lost. So it's the same in my career. Like, I'm either undefeated or I've got defeated once. That's just the way I see it. In Thai boxing, I got defeated once, and I didn't come out with like a top record that I should have. So for me, that's my mindset. Like, I want to finish 13-0, 14-0, 15-0, 16-0, 30-0, 60-0. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, there's going to be someone out there that's going to beat me one day. Like, that's just the most ridiculous mindset ever. So that's just the way I see it. And that's probably why I look up to like Khabib. It's been done. Like, you don't have to lose. He's proven it there. So for me, that's kind of the stuff that's the way my mindset goes.
Thanks.
Eduardo.
Hi, Dakota. I know you said you don't like to look too far ahead with your fighting career, but I know most fighters have like a specific goal of a place they'd like to fight. Is there an arena or venue you'd like to fight in?
Definitely at the Etihad in Manchester. I'm a big Manchester City fan, so that would be the one place that I want to take it home. I mean, I'm half Bulgarian as well, so I'd love to fight in their capital, Sofia. But obviously, this is a business. We always have to remember it's a business, and our goals. Like, don't know whether they'd make as much money in Bulgaria, but maybe one day I'll make that happen. We'll see.
And last one on Zoom, Neil.
Hi, Dakota, Neil Jaime for Diario Sport in Spain. 86 of your wins have come by TKO or KO. You finished, I think, 4 of your last five fights in the first round. I just wanted to ask you, do you feel that you are at the level where you think that no one can beat you on the stand-up game, especially?
Yeah, I feel like my striking is 100% on a different level, but I just don't think it's the striking on its own. It's some fighters come to fight and I don't come to fight. I come to like kill someone. So not many fighters have that mindset and that kind of switch when you get in the cage. And I think that's what makes the difference between champions and fighters. We can all be fighters, but are we all there to kill or not? And I don't think all of us are.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel, over to you.
Okay, perfect. We can all go for questions. We're going to have about 5-10 minutes of questions. So we'll stop right there.
Hi.
Just listening to you on that all day, it's clear you're one of the most competitive fighters here in terms of your mentality. We heard from Abraham Barkley, who's also from Manchester, also very competitive. Tom Aspinall's from Salford. I grew up watching Ricky Hatton boxing from Manchester. Is it just my imagination where there's something different about Manchester compared to the rest of the UK's fighting scene?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, we've forgotten about a little bit us Manchester lot. I think we haven't. I don't know whether we just haven't got a personality or what. I feel like the people from like London or like say like Paddy from Liverpool and all them have got like bigger personalities than us, but we're definitely underestimated for sure. Must be something in the water down our end for sure.
Another question.
Hi.
Go to Julian I'll use in MMA. Just tell us how much confidence has it added having your good friend, I believe it's Asia, in your corner, also replicating your opponent. I don't know if they're about the same height also when in terms of just approach to the game.
Say that again, sorry.
Your good friend Asia,
yeah.
How much more confidence has it added having her also assist you in replicating your opponent also in the lead up to this fight?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Asia's one of the people I work with the most because she's so consistent as well. Like she works so hard. She's literally like we're on the same mindset as well. Like we want to get better, we want to train with better people, we want to put ourselves in bad situations, and I feel like they're the type of people you need around you when you're in the gym. I think that's why I made the move initially to ATT, because I felt like sometimes I was surrounded by like the wrong people, you know, like not the ones that are on like the same level, as in like they want to achieve their goals, like they're taking it serious, and their whole lifestyle is fighting. And I feel like when I walked into ATT, the people that are in there are there to live and breathe MMA, not to kind of mess around with the friends on the weekend and then come in the gym on the odd session. It was like dedication 24/7, and Asia's one of them people that's like me, so she's made a massive difference.
Sumiko stated that you have not been hit before.
Yeah,
Is that something that you heard so many times in your previous fights?
Oh, you know what? I'm not even surprised by what people say these days. If you followed me last year, you know they talk the absolute most, all of them in that tournament. But I mean, is that not good? Like, why are you getting hit? Should be the question. Like, why are you getting a bloody nose and like bruises? Like, get in and get out and get paid. What are you doing? Why are you mocking me for that? That's my mindset. But anyway, thank you.
Any other question? Aiden, do you want to?
Hello.
Who's skeptical? In the process goes quite breaking stereotypes when it comes to women in like tell me still needs to change with regards to that.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to change, but I feel like people should take it serious. Like there shouldn't be like I don't know, I feel like even going into the gym today and seeing like so many women there, like different shapes, sizes, different ages, like nobody is like there shouldn't be you shouldn't look at a sport and be like, right, you need to look like this in order to do well at it. Like anyone can try it and then figure it out and keep working at it. You know, we change so much over the years. Like you don't have to look at something and say, yeah, that's not me. Like no, in a few years you could have changed and that could be you. And I feel like that's one of the main things. And then as well, like there is stereotypes in all sports. So for me, it's just important that I show like I can be like this, I can fight in pink, but then I can also match your stereotype of fighting like a guy. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I just like to show that you can do both at the same time.
Hello. Gigi from Gigi's Comeback Corner. You mentioned there on the call that you were very excited about this match. And obviously, it's a historic card. You're in the co-main event, and it's your first fight this year.
Yeah.
But what exactly about this particular matchup against this opponent makes you so excited about stepping into the PFL Smart Cage?
I think it's a mix of things. Like, I think the first thing I'm going to say is I love to fight. Like, I can train and train and train and train and train. You can pay me to train, but until I'm fighting in the cage, I'm not happy. So for me, like, any fight gets me excited. It doesn't really matter. But then again, like, the pressures as well that come with it. So my record's undefeated. I want to get another stoppage because it's what I'm known for. I want to get a highlight reel because it gets me views on Instagram, and then I get paid more after that. Like, there's so many different things that like come with it. So like, I've missed out on like 8 months of hype. I feel like in this sport, you really have to build momentum to get anywhere. And over the years, I've kind of understood that you can't just be a good fighter, you got to be a personality as well. And that last 8 months, my personality hasn't been shown because I haven't fought. Like, I'm a fighter first and foremost, not this girl that's in pink and wears heels and still looks pretty. I'm a fighter. That's what I'm known for. And that's where I'm always going to get the most attention. So the fact that I've not done that for 8 months has kind of made me go a bit flat, So I'm just excited to get it all back going again, and then at the same time do what I love.
You spoke about also the drama and all excitement around the fights. Also, we all know about the Lepais incident. Are there any fight antics after this one? No Lepais or celebrations?
No, she's not really said too much apart from the fact that I don't get hit. So that's going to be the only thing. I'm going to be like, still not been hit. Like, now what? Next. But yeah.
Any questions from anyone on the side of the floor? Anyone want to ask anything? Okay, perfect. Then I think we can wrap it up. Thank you so much, Dakota.
Thanks, guys. Sorry I was late. Sorry.
Okay, so we'll just be waiting for Johnny Eblen, who's going to be coming in very shortly, and Johnny will be our final fighter for the press conference, and let you guys go. It's going to be good. So we're just busy trying to locate Johnny.
Is Johnny coming now?
Yeah. Yes.
And then Friday we passing tomorrow, right?
Friday.
Okay.
Sorry. Wait.
So only because next week 10 plus 1 plus 1 factor whatever. These people concerned about fighters. Well, we should have just structure that. Some fighters or something to like show which those people losing money. So I'm just trying to like if I know they just spoke about stuff what we're doing is just and then it's going to be also